not again! It was a repeat of day 4. Somebody had used red spray paint to write something on the digital blackboard again. The only difference was the context of the text. This time it said, "Let's play a killing game." Everybody look, there's something on the teacher's desk. Huh? This looks like a tape recorder? Oh. Are we getting Saw up in here? I guess we should listen to it. Oh, Saw. I pressed play and an eerie sounding voice came out of the recorder. Oh my god, it's Saw. Ooh. The message continued. Anyone willing to participate should gather in the leisure lounge at 7 p.m. All who refuse to join the game will be eliminated, that is all. Ooh, exciting. With those eerie words, the voice stopped. Silence prevailed. We could have heard a pin drop. We were all frowning, although nobody said anything. The last note hadn't been a prank. Today was destroyed and Gaku was murdered. This note could have been written by the same person. His last words especially kept echoing loudly in my mind. All who refuse to join the game will be eliminated. I'm joining the game. I don't want... Look, I usually leave the best for last. But we're doing the death route. We're doing the destroy. Join the invader hunt. Hell yeah. Yes. Oh man, I actually have a really hard time in games like Mass Effect being evil. Like I can do it for like 1 or 2 choices and then I can't do it anymore. I arrived at the leisure lounge just before 7 p.m. and found that all the other special defense unit members were already there. Suddenly, an ominous sound came from out of nowhere. What is that sound? Okay, flies, gross. The unidentified sound grew louder and louder. Where is it coming from? We looked around for the source of the sound. That's when we happened to look up at the ceiling. Oh. Huh? What the frick? Only to be greeted by an unbelievable sight. The individual in the spacesuit gradually lowered their altitude. They landed in the leisure lounge. The mysterious person examined our faces without answering. Then they nodded, seemingly satisfied. It's 0! What is actually happening? Their voice sounded unnatural. Perhaps they were filtering it through a voice changer. Their face was obscured by their mask too, so there was no guessing their age or gender. Well done for deciding to join my game's Special Defense Unit maggots. I commend your small act of bravery. I'm here to play my game with you, of course. I'm the sponsor of the Invader Hunt. You may call me sponsor. Treat the title with the respect it deserves. Then allow me to explain the rules. No, thank you. Not interested. You have no intention of playing your game. I refuse to even recognize it. You want us to kill each other? I never approve of such a vile game. Kurata assumed a boxing stance and steadily approached the sponsor. Wait, Kurata, don't try to fight them alone. I can handle this by myself. I don't sense any fighting spirit in this pathetic worm. They have the quintessential Popper aura. All talk and no action. One punch will do it. Ignoring our warnings, Kurata continued to close the distance between the sponsor and herself. Hope you like the taste of Noble Fist. Kurata! Uh-oh. Not the bees! The bees that had been hovering near the ceiling descended with a terrible cacophony of beating wings. And then... They instantly grabbed Kurata and whisked her high up into the sky. What is happening? Bees? Kurata squirmed frantically, but they held on to her tight, refusing to let go. I love it. I screamed as loud as my voice would let me and swung my sword down on the sponsor. I felt it connect. My blade was going to split them in two. I was so sure it would, and yet... That tickles. Is that all you've got, Takumi Sumino? How? The sponsor was completely unharmed. Oh, are we actually going into a battle? Our breaths synchronizing, we all leapt at the sponsor. Is he like... What? I don't understand. I'm so confused. Takamaru, Nozomi, Kyoshika, and I unleashed everything we had on the sponsor. We punched, we kicked, we sliced, we pummeled. We tried every attack possible. We used every last ounce of our strength until we had no energy or hemoanima to spare. However... What the fuck is happening? Enough of this sideshow. The opening ceremony will conclude with Kurata Osuzuki's death. Oh shit. Whoa. Her body was rapidly turning black. Was the swarm of bees draining her cryptoglobin? How pitiful that she would die before the game even began. She's ruined my schedule. I suppose I'll simply have to postpone the start of the game until tomorrow morning. Return here as soon as you're awake. And might I remind you, there's no point in trying to escape. You know now what happens if you refuse to play. I mean, if by we you mean you and Nozomi, still possible. At last, I present to you the rules of the invader hunt. Once we were all in the leisure lounge, the sponsor began to explain the rules without any preamble. The rules are exceedingly simple. All you have to do is hunt the creatures known as invaders. You will gain points for every invader hunted, which will be tallied and reflected in live rankings. Wow. Executed? Kurata's death was proof that this was no bluff. They could easily kill us all. To hunt, you must go out. The playing field is the space outside of the school. You will not receive points for any invaders killed at school, no matter how many. These bees will count your points. When is somebody going to attack a bee? Kako? Whenever you kill invaders, they will count the points and report them to me. And last but not least, the most important rule of all. You are strictly forbidden from causing me harm while the game is underway. The sponsor looked at all of us and shouted. It's interesting that they're having us fight invaders. There. Takumi? Oh, everyone, great timing. I just figured out a way we can survive this game. Do you mind if we talk? Everyone rushed over to me and I explained the necessity of forming teams.
Oh.
So I think we should at least be in pairs. Trying to do this solo will just end in game over the moment you take a lethal hit. The first team is us boys and Sister Dearest. Oh shit. And the second team... Oh wait. And the second team is all of the girls. By the way, what team do you want me in? It would make sense if I was in the male-centric team, but... You'll have to play alone. Nobody wants you. What? Why? Why am I the only one being left out? Mr. Sumino, have you forgotten? You killed Mr. Aotsuki. Sure, but why bring that up again? He was a traitor. He had to go. Even if I grant you that, he was still one of us. If you had a comrade who could kill another comrade without batting an eye, would you want to team up with them in a killing game? No way! You've got to be kidding. But... And whenever you do anything, someone invariably ends up dead. You're cursed. Do us all a favor and get out of here. I hope they all die. If you had convinced us to join this game, I feel like all of you would be dead. It's all your fault. All of it. I was so shocked that I couldn't utter a single word. I had no idea everyone had so much contempt for me. All I ever wanted to do was make everyone happy. That was why I came back. Where did it all go wrong? I felt total despair. This was my first time being so obviously and intentionally isolated. I would have to face this game of death all by myself. No matter how many I killed, more just keep cropping up. Invaders kept streaming in until I was completely surrounded. They were just mooks. Mooks? Mooks? But there were too many of them. My stamina was at its limit. I wish I wasn't alone. I needed to toughen up, but just telling myself that wasn't doing anything. For the first time, I truly felt how alone I was. At this rate, I'll die without anyone ever knowing. Just then... Yugamu? I heard a voice and turned around. Standing there was... Yeah.
呼ばれてないけど飛び出てきたよ。みんな大好き。面影歪むの登場だ。
どうしてここに？お前もこの辺でポイントを稼いでたのか？
話は後だ。まずはこいつらを片付けよう。二人の初めての共同作業だ。
Unfortunately, he's not that great. I didn't build him up at all. There was something creepy about how he put it, but I was grateful for him in the moment. Our breaths synced up and we began to clear the swarm of invaders.
よければ私と組まないか?
You know what? If Yugamu actually thinks Takumi is the Grim Reaper, he'd probably love that. He's offering to form a team. Why is this a decision? I wasn't even thinking about this until it made it a decision. I mean, yeah, let's do it. Murder buddies. I really don't understand why this is a decision. Well, you're stuck with me for a while then. I shook Yugamu's hand. Whether he could be trusted was beside the point. I simply couldn't carry on like this by myself for much longer. For now, I would team up with Yugamu. A little bit of reconnaissance would go a long way right now. Tiptoe after me as quietly as you can manage, Takumi.
Oh.
Right. We cautiously made our way towards the source of the sound, hiding behind pieces of rubble along the way. And then...
調子なんて最高潮に決まってるでしょ。私を誰だと思っているの？無駄口叩く暇があったら大札なさい。こいつら一匹残らず引き裂いて。
Those two are enjoying this way too much. They aren't hunting anymore. They're just straight up massacring every invader they see. It kills me to say this, but I'm afraid we must cede the best couple award to them. We checked the leaderboard.
1位と2位はやはりあのコンビだね。しばらくは独走状態が続くんじゃないかな。
俺は3位か。思ったよりも上位だな。まあ、今
That's
日
what
は
I'm
かなり
saying.
の数の新校生を殺したからな。
私は4位だ。この調子でポイントを稼いでいけば、第1ゲームで私たちが最下位を取ることはなさそうだね。
The first round of this game will last until day 35. Whoever finishes last in each round will be executed. Fighting outside is tiring. My body resists me whenever I think about how death is permanent out here. You need to relax, Takumi. At this rate, you'll kill yourself first before the enemy has a chance. Hey, what's your secret? How do I kill the enemies efficiently while conserving as much stamina as possible? The secret is your heart. That is to say, your frame of mind. Get in your head that the act of killing is nothing special at all. Nothing more than mundane work. Pretend the act of killing is the most boring job in the world. Just dull, repetitive work. Despite my misgivings, I decided to try out Yugamu's suggestion. Oh, look at how cute they are! Without entertaining the fear that threatened to well up from within, I quietly lifted up my sword and brought it down nonchalantly. This was just work, something that had to be done. No need to think too much about it. I went after the next enemy as I repeated those thoughts to myself. Detach yourself. Oh, it's just work. He's becoming more and more the Grim Reaper. Detach yourself. It's just work. Incredible performance, Takumi. It's like you become another person. Yes, you have an aptitude for killing. I sensed it the moment I laid eyes on you. An aptitude for killing? Me? I think you need to get your eyes checked. I don't have an aptitude for anything. Gifts show up in many different ways. Sometimes they manifest later in life. Later in life? You'll understand one day. I suddenly realized it was already night. I knew I should be resting, but bad memories kept surfacing in my mind and pulling me back to wakefulness. Like I'm being punished just for being alive. The pain of being despised was more excruciating than anything the killing game or defensive battles could inflict upon me. In the first 100 days, it wasn't a happy ending by any means, but at least everyone was my friend. Ava! As I was agonizing over this matter... Is that Yugamu? Oh. Hiroko? Open it. I think you'll like what you see. I took the box and gingerly lifted the cover. Inside was... Yes! Yes, girl, yes! What? It was the dead body of a gigantic bee. Is this some sort of sick joke? No, wait. This bee... Isn't this one of the sponsors' bees? You killed it! I did. I took advantage of the chaos after Kurata was killed to secure one. As a research sample. Research that will help us kill the sponsor and put an end to this travesty of a game. I was dumbfounded by how nonchalantly Hiroko talked about killing the sponsor. The sponsor's invincible. The bees! We can't kill them the way we are right now. We can, as long as we find a way to deal with the two weapons they wield. Two weapons? The bee is the first. The other is that suit they're wearing. That spacesuit thing? Yes. I believe that suit is the source of their invincible power. How confident are you of finding something? My research on the suit is already in progress, and I expect to discover its weakness in the very near future. Really? However, I'm too deeply involved in researching the suit to spare time for anything else. I've not done anything about that bee or the identity of the sponsor yet. And you're bringing me on board to deal with the lack of manpower. Something like that. So, are you willing to join me in my quest to bring down the sponsor? when the game sponsor appeared and fatally wounded Kurara. You were the first to attack that unknown enemy in order to save her, with no care about what might happen to yourself. You were like a ray of light back then, and that's when I was convinced. You are the Takumi I know.
私見た目は情けなくてモブっぽいけど中身は誰より仲間思いで優しい
How does she know that, though? She was only alive for like a few days.
Huh?
My tears threatened to spill over despite myself. I think there was someone who still had so much faith in me after be calling the Grim Reaper by everyone else. There. I said it. Now, are you willing to work with me to bring down the sponsor? The bedtime announcement played. By rights, we should all be turning off the lights and jumping into bed right now, but... I shared the results of my investigation with everyone. About how the bee could not have been a weapon of an invader. That blood-sucking was taboo to the invaders, so the sponsor couldn't have been one since they sucked Kurara's blood. In conclusion, it's quite likely the sponsor is an unknown third party unrelated to us or the school invaders.
Oh.
That's all for me. Allow me to go next. After dismembering the dead bee and investigating its anatomy, I made several discoveries. First of all, the bee was modeled after a type of parasitic wasp.
Oh.
A horrible species that parasitizes the bodies of butterfly larvae and feeds off their innards. Basically, that bee was simply a scaled-up version of a parasitic wasp. Bees and hornets usually use their stingers to inject poison into an enemy's body. This giant bee, however, uses it to suck stuff out. The body of the bee has nowhere to store the blood it sucks. So where did Kurara's blood disappear to? Maybe it was warped into another place instantly? Maybe it's designed to transfer all the nutrients it sucks up into the sponsor's stomach. In other words, the sponsor is using the bees to consume cryptoglobin. And that's all I've got. Let's hear what Hiroko has to say now. Any progress on that suit the sponsor's wearing? Yes, I'd venture to say there's been some major progress. Much more than I initially expected. I may be able to get my hands on a spare suit worn by the sponsor in the very near future. There's a spare suit? Yes, and I've almost pinpointed its location. All that's left is to refine the coordinates. Hiroko previously said the sponsor's invincibility came from that suit. If we could secure something similar, wouldn't that make us invincible as well? There we checked our latest ranks.
俺は4位で面影は6位か
Our positions had slipped from the first day, but we were still within the top bracket. Since it was already the fourth day, it was unlikely we would tumble all the way to the bottom this round, unless something catastrophic happened.
現在の最下位は銀崎か
I had told myself not to look at the other positions, but my eyes naturally drifted to the last spot. For the anti-sponsor alliance, the bedtime announcement was now a call to action instead of a reminder to rest. A sign for us to gather and report on the day's findings.
Oh.
So now we know it's highly possible the sponsor doesn't eat or sleep. Allow me to share my additional findings on the bee's anatomy next. I got down to business today by dismembering the bee to its smallest parts. Some interesting truths were uncovered as a result. Despite a tough and grandiose appearance, it doesn't quite have the hardiness to match. The joints snap out of place if you even look at them wrong, and the stinger comes off without much effort as well. It's as fragile as life itself. Last but not least, let's hear what Hiroko has to tell us. Did you find that spare suit you talked about? Yes. I pinpointed the location yesterday. If all goes well, I should be able to get my hands on the suit by tomorrow. What? You just skipped ahead? She was lying on the ground with blood pouring out of her back. This is a mortal wound. There is no way she can recover from this. The attacker, if I remember correctly, is the... What is the commander doing here? Why is Hiroko lying in a pool of her own blood? Was she defeated by the commander? Nothing was making my sense. My mind was in a state of confusion.
こんなことに。
Our plan had been proceeding smoothly. The unthinkable happened. I couldn't make head nor tail of the scene, no matter how long or how hard I stared at it.
なんでだよ。なんでこんなことになったんだ。
ぼさっとするな、隅野くん。
Abandon Hiroko and Dorumi to escape and wait for another chance, or jump in and save them without caring about the consequences. Yeah, save them! I want to fight. Fight! Fight, fight, fight. It might end in failure, but fight, fight, fight. I don't know if this goes with our, like, killing mode, but whatever. I'm doing what I want right now. I'm going to save those two. You'd better get out of here before the commander notices you. Don't be crazy, Takumi. You won't accomplish anything by dying here. Hiroko's put her trust in me. I won't abandon her now. Woo! Which one is this? I cleared my mind with a battle cry and charged into the fray. Once I reached Hiroko and Dorumi, we launched into a painfully one-sided battle against the enemy commander. If I just die, then I just die. I heard Hiroko's voice, faint and weak, but still determined, on my comm channel. Absorb your crypto... What are you talking about? If I'm going to die anyways, you might as well take my power and save yourselves. Take my power and survive. Dorumi! Oh my gosh. Oh god. Dorumi's overflowing with power right now. She might actually be able to beat that commander. Ooh. Yugamo was right. Dorumi was stronger than ever. She rushed around the battlefield like a berserker, swinging her weapons in every direction, even charging at the commander without the slightest trace of fear. No one can stop me now! By the time we were able to take stock of our surroundings, we realized the commander was no longer there. The thing Hiroko gave her life to get us is still here, and it's still intact. We've done what we set out to do, make no mistake. This is a win for us. It's just... we had to pay a pretty big price for it. Everyone's gonna think I did it too. Watch. Yugamu's gaze wandered to Hiroko's body. It was bad enough that she sustained fatal damage trying to bail Dorumi out. But then her cryptoglobin was absorbed by the very person whose life she'd saved. Oh, it's the same picture. Damn, Hiroko, you just can't catch a break, can you? But I won't let your sacrifice be in vain. I'll use the suit you worked so hard to get us to figure out the sponsor's weakness, and then... Tsubasa!
Huh?
Tsubasa? I definitely hadn't expected to see her standing on the other side. Since this game began, everyone except Yugamu and Hiroko had been keeping their distance from me. She was pretty nice to us, actually. Tsubasa's eyes were downcast. She looked like she might start to cry at any moment. Hiroko got wounded and then she... I'm sorry, Hiroko. I'm sorry, Takumi. I just stood there and let her die. I know apologizing won't fix this, but... I had no idea what to say. I knew all too well how much it hurt not being able to save someone. That's why I knew nothing I could say would take away that pain. But before I could even try... You're right, Tsubasa. A simple apology isn't going to cut it. Yugamu got there first, speaking in a harsh tone I hadn't heard him use before. You didn't save Hiroko when you had the chance. That'll also put our lives in danger. Amazing, Takumi. You jumped right in to fight that commander and try to save Hiroko. I can't believe I've been so awful to you all this time. Really? I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Takumi. For everything. Just a suggestion. But how about you join up with me and Takumi? We're working on something that could save everyone. And we just so happen to need somebody with your particular skill set. A spare suit? Oh, awesome! It's the real thing! I see. Hiroko risked everything to get us this.
Ah,
What do you think, Tsubasa? Do we need some kind of special machinery to analyze this thing, or what? Somewhere we can investigate without being seen, huh? I might be able to help with that. You see, there's a secret lab. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who knows about it. I had to hold myself back from letting out a wordless cry of surprise. Inside the lab was a large machine that looked like some kind of spaceship.
huh?
This is the escape pod. I'd seen it before, of course, at the end of my first 100 days here, but I never expected to see it here like this. We spent the rest of the night testing and analyzing the suit any way we could.
まさか貴様がこれほど上位に食い込んでくるとは予想外だったぞ。
Gurumi is in the lead, so we can't really tell.
貴様のようなダークホースが一人現れるだけでゲームは
He's
大
been
い
in
に
the
盛
lead
り上
like the
が
whole
る。
time. He's been like number 4 or 3 the whole time. At some point, I'd made it all the way to number 2 in the rankings. Hiroko had been at number 1 all this time, but now that she's dead, I was catching up. You've made impressive contributions to my little game. I was just thinking you deserved some kind of reward.
Ah,
A reward, huh? Since we're here, how about you play a game with me?
よかろう。
Very well. If that's what you want. What shall we play?
ああ、
That actually helps a lot. Because what I want is a duel to death. Oh, yeah! I'm going to fight you, and I'm going to win. And then, I'm ending this stupid game of yours once and for all. I brought out a crossbow Tsubasa had made with the Gift-O-Matic. Normally using a conventional weapon like this would be pointless, especially against an invincible opponent like the sponsor. Fool! What are you thinking, turning something like that on me? Such insolence will not stand. A hunter should use evil anima. Just like that, the sponsor's confident demeanor vanished, and they began to panic. That suit is designed to repel any and all hemo anima attacks. But the trade-off is that it's weak against regular attacks, isn't it? You're letting your imagination run wild. I am invincible. Your pitiful intellect cannot hope to understand my power. This is for my friends. I pulled the trigger and fired off 3 arrows in quick succession. Oh, very good. They pierced the suit and buried themselves in the sponsor's body. There was no hiding it now. My attack had clearly done some damage. Dude, that's like his heart. There were holes in the suit now. We weren't dealing with an invincible opponent after all.
やったぞ主催者の無敵の数値を打ち破ったぞシザーラ
Not bad, Takumi Sumino. I'll confess I didn't think you'd ever figure out the secret of my suit.
ああ、
For this at least, I must congratulate you.
ah.
Gee, thanks. It's an honor, but it's your death I want, not compliments. Me? Die? Don't be ridiculous. The game has only just begun. And you're forgetting something, Takumi. This suit isn't the only weapon I have at my disposal. I still have
この8度がついている。
my suit may not be an immovable object, but my bees are as unstoppable a force as ever. What now, Takumi Sumino? Do you think you can defend against this? No, there's nothing I can do about your bees. If they attack now, I'd be riddled with holes and have every last ounce of my blood drained. If they attacked me, that is. That's why I'm tagging in. Good work, Takumi. You played your part beautifully. But against someone with the proper protection, things wouldn't be so simple. What? Who are you? Why do you have that suit? It's me, Yugamu Omokage. Guess you can't tell because of the voice, huh? Apparently the voice changer came as standard with these suits. This one distorted Yugamu's voice to sound just like the sponsors. We decided to borrow one of your precious suits for a little while. It seemed like the best way to stop me getting turned into a pincushion. The bee stingers were powerful, that much was true. But that was because they'd been augmented with hemoanima. The suits repelled any and all hemoanima attacks. With Yugamu wearing one, the bees were no threat at all. You and that suit have given us a lot of trouble. Now we're using the same technology to defeat you. You know how it is. What goes around comes around.
Insolence. This would not stand. Don't you realize who I am? I am the one who spreads death across the planet. The all-seeing, all-knowing Game Master.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut you off there. We really don't have time to listen to your final monologue. I'll take it from here, Takumi. Go! Right! We both started running. I ran for the door while Yugamu... Oh shit. Charged right towards the sponsor. The bees dutifully flew in to protect their master, but all in vain. Yugamu swatted them aside with one swipe of his arm, killing them instantly. Finally, Yugamu reached the sponsor. And then he opened his clenched fingers to reveal he was holding something.
よせ、来るな。貴様ごとき下郎がこの私に近づくな。
Undaunted, Yugamu grabbed hold of the sponsor. Woo! He slipped the miniature bomb into the hole in the suit, and then... One little hit and the undying flames enveloped the sponsor's entire body. Our tormentor writhed in pain, convulsing like a crazed dancer. At some point, the sponsor's vocal cords must have burned away. They weren't screaming anymore, just making hollow, choking noises. He's gonna burn and you're not gonna be able to tell who he is. Even with the flames eating away at every fiber of their being, the sponsor held on to life for as long as they could. But finally... They let out one last unnatural, almost inhuman scream. The flames still licking at their body, they collapsed onto the floor. The others all came running in. The sponsor's death cries must have echoed all throughout the school. It's over! We won! Oh, battle music. Shit. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The strange sound behind the door wasn't bees. It was the sponsor, who was supposed to be dead. And there were two of them. What the frick? How? How are they still alive? If I don't stop them, the killing game will start all over again. But I can't fight them alone. I'll go find Yugamu first. I'm confused. I quickly whirled around, running for the exit. However, I was suddenly tackled and pinned to the floor.
離せよ
I can't let them kill me. If I let them run loose in the school, more of my friends will end up dead. I need to get away and tell everybody they're here. Oh, shit. I felt a sharp pain in my nape. Did I get injected with something? As soon as I felt it... Shit. My vision turned hazy. My consciousness started to fade. No, I can't pass out now. Everyone will die. We have nothing to do with the invader hunt. I heard someone mutter those words near my ear. Or at least I thought I did. I couldn't remember anything from after I came into this room. It was all blank. Yukama and I were just talking about how to organize our search for the QB liquid. The what? What are you talking about? The QB liquid? Come on, you can't have forgotten already.
Oh.
Forgotten? I've never even heard of this stuff before. For real? But I explained it to you this morning. Wait, what? But we were fighting the sponsor this morning. That was yesterday. Time to go to bed. It's now the night of day 32. I'm missing a whole day's worth of memories. I know I'm not going to get them back just by thinking hard, but still. This is unsettling. A huge swarm of bees appeared, gathering in the air above Adamonk. A moment later, they attacked, draining every last ounce of his blood with their razor-sharp stingers. What the frick? What is happening? Now just a blackened husk, his body fell lifelessly to the ground. For a moment, I was so shocked I couldn't speak. How could this be happening?
なんで蜂がまだいるんだ。
なんでも何も私が健在だからに決
No,
ま
I
っ
think
てお
it's a
ろ
different
う。
person. I turned around at the sound of the voice. Standing there was...
大鈴木クララほどではないが、部隊長とやらのいけつもなかなかに甘露よな。おかげで傷もすっかり癒えた。全開だ。
どうしてお前は死んだはずなのに。
ああ、確かに私はあの時死んだ。この身は焼けて、血一つ残さずに消え失せた。爪がうまかったな、隅の匠。私の体は一つではないぞ。
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
スーツ同様、山ほどのスペアがある。第一ゲームは残り2日間。
The sponsor's laugh echoed across the desolate battlefield. The defensive battle was over, but the invader hunt was back on. With our lives once again at the mercy of the rankings, it felt like a truly hollow victory. Of course.
Yo, Takumi, the hell is going on here?
Oh, fuck you. I told you. I'm just as surprised as you guys. I don't think any of us expected the sponsor to have multiple bodies.
You saying you didn't know? Don't lie to me, man. You and that bastard were working together this whole time, weren't you?
What? That's crazy. Of course we haven't.
And why are the only ones who got prizes from your team?
Because we fucking rock.
You sure that wasn't some kind of payment for going along with the sponsor's act?
Oh, why would you even think that? I'd never betray you guys.
やっぱりてめえは疫病
Oh
神
my
だ。
god,
いや
fuck these guys.
死神だ。もう二度と俺たちに関わるんじゃねえ。
Making it to day 100 with everyone working together as a team? That would never happen now.
あ
Tsubasa, are you sure you're okay to work with us? Aren't you technically still on Nozomi's team with the other girls?
It's fine. I've decided to officially leave that team. Yeah, screw them.
I feel bad for them losing a fighter, but you guys are way more important to me. Yeah, screw them. Way more important. When I heard that, I almost broke down into tears. Alright guys, let's fix this in escape pod. We're all going home and we're going back alive. The final day of the Invader Hunt's first round arrived. No! There we were all forced to watch Shoma's execution. Come on! Shoma Genzaki. Alas, his refusal to compete seriously made the end of this first round quite the anticlimax. The final struggle to stay out of last place is usually one of the most exciting parts of the game. I hope we'll have no cowards in the next round. I encourage you to put all your energy into the hunt from now on. I hereby call the first round of the Invader Hunt to a close. I'll leave the task of getting rid of this filthy corpse to you. Another friend dead, thanks to the Invader Hunt. This can't be allowed to continue. We're finding that liquid and repairing the escape pod. We'll find a way to get it working. Then we're getting everyone on board and getting out of here. Back home. Back to the artificial satellite. Nozomi, Moko, Kyoshika, welcome to the team. We are so stoked to have you girls on our side. I'm glad to be on the same team as you again, too. Sorry I left the last one so suddenly. Takumi, how about you tell our new members what we're all about here? Okay. It was finally time to tell the girls the truth about our team. The name told them a lot already. We were the Anti-Sponsor Alliance. However, we'd actually given up on fighting the sponsor directly. Our current plan was to repair and activate the escape pod, leaving the killing game behind. To put it simply, our goal isn't victory, it's escape. It may sound irresponsible running away from our problems like this, but the alternative is complete annihilation. Once we're back on the artificial satellite, we can get ourselves together and figure out a new course of action. Our party was a spur-of-the-moment thing, and it got pretty crazy toward the end, but it was still a lot of fun. All I'd ever wanted was for everyone to be comfortable around each other, to be happy. I was going to burn this scene into my memory. Well, I took a screenshot to remind myself of what I was fighting for, what I was fighting to protect. I wouldn't let anything tear us apart again. Curious about the rankings for the new day, we checked the board.
第1ゲームの最後の方とほとんど順位が一緒だな。
おそらく第1ゲームのポイントを引き継いでいるんだろうね。第1ゲームで上位だった私たちにとってはありがたいけど、下位の子たちには過酷な戦いが待っているかもしれない。
Ima's gonna sacrifice himself for Kako. 15 days from now, someone else will die. From the look of things, it could be Ima or Kako. Or who knows? It might be me. We were all going to die eventually. That was the only thing we could be sure of so long as the invader hunt continued. We needed to escape. We had to get away from this game and all the senseless killing. This detach yourself, it's just work like thing is so weird. What is happening? I was killing even more efficiently than yesterday. My pulse hadn't gotten any faster. There wasn't a single bead of sweat on my forehead. I was acting like a seasoned assassin, but that didn't make sense. Until I came to the academy, I'd never killed anyone before. Yugamu, tell me what's going on. Why am I so good at killing all of a sudden? You have a talent for killing, and our current circumstances are helping you cultivate it. What more do you need to know? More than that, I need to know the truth, the whole truth. Yugamu, please, if you know what's really going on here, I need you to tell me. If you've modified me or something, I won't be mad. That's actually what I was thinking. I just want to know the truth. Okay. When you give me a passionate look like that, there's no way I can stay quiet about it. Kamu. But this is your last chance to let sleeping dogs lie, Takumi. I don't think you're going to like what you hear. You might even end up hating yourself. Are you prepared for that? Huh. Now I'm curious. I wouldn't have asked if I wasn't. I've been through hell and back already. You think I can't handle a little more? Alright. I gotta respect your determination. I'll tell you all about where your talent for killing comes from and why it's developing so fast. That was ominous, but at least it was honest. This was an honest moment between the two of us, between Yugamu Omokage and Takumi Sumino. That said, your affinity for killing isn't as natural as I led you to believe. You have been modified. But not by me. You did it to yourself. What? When? Why don't I remember it? Maybe modified is misleading. If I mentioned absorption, would that ring any bells? Eito, you mean this is because of absorbing cryptoglobin? You told us you came here from the future. Do you remember the first thing you did when you arrived here on day 2 of this timeline? You killed Eito Aotsuki and absorbed his cryptoglobin. Yeah, I did. But that wouldn't make me change this much, would it? No, I don't think so. Normally, that is. Absorbing cryptoglobin usually wouldn't have any special influence on someone's personality, no matter how powerful it is. But when it comes to cryptoglobin, you're a rare case. Yours isn't like the rest of ours. What are you talking about? There's nothing weird about my cryptoglobin. I beg to differ. Let me jog your memory. You killed Eito Aotsuki and absorbed his cryptoglobin in your previous timeline as... He was right about that. I killed Eito on day 99, my first time around. In other words, you absorbed the same person's crypto blood twice. And in succession. If that's not a rare case, I don't know what is. So now you have a double dose of Eito's cryptoglobin in you. It's twice as concentrated. As is your Eito Aotsuki-ness.
彼の類まれなる
including his rare talent for killing. That's why I taught you how to be a better killer. Why would you do that? If you knew something so terrible was inside me, why didn't you just leave it alone?
Oh.
Because I knew we'd be needing a team ace. An ace? Let me tell you, when the sponsor showed up on day 25, I thought we were seriously screwed. There was no way a bunch of teenagers like us were going to get by in a world where monsters like that existed. If we were going to stand any chance of surviving, we'd need a monster of our own. Someone worthy of being called the ultimate assassin. It always felt like Yugamu's attitude didn't make sense. Ever since the invader hunt began, he'd been weirdly supportive toward me. But now it all added up. His aim had been to bring out the Eito in me. I really am sorry I did this to you, but it was the only way. What's going to happen to me now? Odds are you'll get even better at killing. And then what? I don't know. Cryptoglobin is already one big mystery, and your case is unique on top of that. You don't know? But you did it anyway! Did this mean I was only going to get more and more Eito from here on? What if my whole personality got overwritten by Eitos? Could that happen? Wait, the lapses in my memory. Did Eito's cryptoglobin cause them as well? Did he somehow take over while it was blacked out? That's not out of the question. It's especially suspicious that there's such a clean cutoff between your periods of lucidity. It could be that something happened to strengthen the Eito side of you during that time. My vision started to go fuzzy, my head too. I could barely string a coherent thought together anymore. I somehow returned to the academy after that, but didn't remember the journey. Yugama stood by that wall, his eyes downcast. Did he not want me to tell people? Do you hate me? Using you like this?
No.
Hate? No. I was surprised, though. Since this killing game started, you've basically been my closest friend. But now you tell me you only wanted to bring out Eito's characteristics from inside of me. Did I never matter to you at all? No use hiding it now. I'll be completely honest with you. When we first met, I thought you were a total dud. Aside from Eito's latent properties, there was nothing special about you. No charisma, no expertise, no talent. Ouch. Back then, I thought we'd be better off without you. If there'd been a way to switch your personality with Eito's, I'd have done it without a second thought. Okay, that's really harsh. I won't ask for your forgiveness. I think seeing Kurara die in such a horrible way made me a little crazy. I wanted the sponsor to pay. I wanted to make them suffer, even if it meant being less humane in my methods. But the more time you and I spent together, I found myself feeling more affectionate toward you. Affectionate? How? You don't always make the best choices, and you're way too hard on yourself. But for all of that, you never turn away from the light. Even when your friends turned their backs on you, you kept fighting for them. Yeah. Stupid. Want to know what I think your crowning moment was? When you dove headlong into danger to try and save Hiro. When I saw you do that, I was grinning from ear to ear. I thought, who even is this maniac I've gotten myself involved with? And before I knew it, I was rushing in to join you. I never thought of myself as a team player until I started hanging out with you. That's right. I told Yugama to run back then, but he stayed and fought with us. We had no chance of winning, but he joined us anyway. Rest easy, Takumi. You getting taken over by Eito's personality isn't impossible. But if I know you the way I think I do, it'll never happen. You'll tame those impulses and continue to give your all to protect your friends. That's just the kind of guy Takumi Sumino is.
私は君を信じてるんだ。
What? When I took a look around, I almost wondered if I was still dreaming. It was dark. According to the clock, it was well past the time the nighttime announcement usually played. What the? How? If this really was the night of day 45, that would mean I'd slept through the entire day. Had I really been that tired? Or had somebody done something to knock me out for the day? Just as I was wondering what the others were doing. Takumi, are you feeling better? I opened the door and let Tsubasa in. For some reason, she seemed worried. Sorry about this morning. I shouldn't have forced you to help me. Oh, fudging fudge. But you could have told me you weren't feeling well, you know. Not feeling well? Help you? I had no idea what she was talking about. So far as I knew, this was the first time I'd seen her today. Oh yeah, I've got something for you. I diluted it so we'd have more to go around. You should spray it on anything metal in your room just in case. What is this? What do you mean? It's the QB liquid you gave me.
Huh?
QB liquid? Whoa, what? What's the matter?
Huh?
You've got QB liquid already? I was starting to think we'd never find any. Why are you acting like this is the first time you're seeing it? You're the one who found it. I found it? No, that's not possible. Takumi? You're acting really weird. Did you lose part of your memory again? Seems that way. I can't remember anything that happened earlier today. What's going on, Tsubasa? Why do we have the QB liquid all of a sudden? She told me what had happened. It was bizarre, hearing about things I'd done but had no memory of. It was almost like there was another me walking around living my life without me knowing about it. That might be true. Was this Eito's doing? Had what was left of him somehow taken over my body? But why would Eito go to the trouble of finding the thing we need to help us escape? Wouldn't he just go on a rampage and kill everyone? Actually, though, maybe it didn't matter why I didn't remember finding the QB liquid. Whether I remembered it or not, we had it now. That's what mattered. Tsubasa, let me get one thing straight. You said if we found the QB liquid, you'd be able to repair the escape pod, right? Does this mean you can do it now? Yeah, about that. Tsubasa looked away awkwardly. I can fix the pod, but it's going to take me at least 50 days. Well, now that escaping early is off on the table, we've got two options. We can keep participating, right up to day 95, or we can come up with a new plan to defeat the sponsor and end the game. You're up, team leader. What course is the Alliance going to take from here on? Naturally, the right and responsibility to make the choice fell to me. I couldn't waste time. I had to step up and give my teammates direction. Participating in the hunt is out of the question. If the killing game keeps going all the way to day 95, people will die. Not just from the other team, but this one as well. That's why I can't let the invader hunt continue. But in order to end it, we'll have to take out the sponsor for good this time. Yeah, and that's not going to be easy. Yeah, we can kill the sponsor. All of that work. This method will kill the sponsor. Once and for all.
ダメ。みんなには内緒だよ。
Sorry, guys. I'm keeping this one under my hat. What? Why? This is no time to play coy, Yugamu. Don't get me wrong. I'm just exercising due caution. The element of surprise is essential to this plan. If the sponsor gets wind of it ahead time, it'll be all for nothing. Are you sure you can handle it? You know how powerful the sponsor is. That's exactly why I know we can win. It is? The sponsor absorbs cryptoglobin to get stronger. That's the key to our victory. Chaos holds power over us because it's unknowable. The more we learn about something, the more that power is diminished. The sponsor is going down. You can depend on it. Trust me. She seems pretty nervous. Then again, she's always been the type to get stressed out easily. Are you scared? It's okay. Just close your eyes and stay next to me. Here, give me your hand. Oh, romance! I actually really like Tsubasa, so I'd ship it. Okay. I held Tsubasa's hand as we snuck closer to the invaders, and then we struck. I started walking again, pulling Tsubasa along behind me. We needed to make every kill count. Jeez, what's with the alpha male act all of a sudden? Being so forceful with a girl? Don't get too big for your Takumi-sized boots. I ignored Tsubasa's grumbling and let it fade into the background. I didn't have time to be delicate with her right now. I'm glad we have a dependable leader like you around. You're really growing into the role. It's weird, though. I never imagined I'd be spending time with you like this, just the two of us. Chip! Not after I alienated you like everyone else did at the start of the game. Tsubasa's expression suddenly clouded over, like she was about to cry. I'm really sorry for back then. You're such a great guy, and we treated you like trash. Every time you do something nice for me, I get reminded of that. You're too good for me. Now that people have decided to stand by me, I'm more determined than ever to keep them safe.
だから
That includes
川
you
野の
too,
ことは俺が
Tsubasa.
守るよ。俺がずっと。
Cheating? That's great and all, but when you put it like that, it almost sounds like...
はあ
Tsubasa? Hey, what's wrong? You're not feeling well? Aw, jeez, Takumi, you big dummy! Huh?
いつからそんなスケこしになっちゃったのさ。この子はまったく。
はあ
Why do you keep talking about me like I'm some wayward soul? Whatever, that's all for today. I'm going back to the school. I ran after Tsubasa as she stormed her way back to Last Defense Academy. I choked wordlessly, unable to comprehend the scene playing out in front of me. Oh, Nozomi's dead? Nozomi on the ground, covered in blood. My other friends barely standing, ragged from exhaustion. And in the middle of all this carnage, the one responsible for it. I recognized that monstrous form.
大衆部隊長
Why did we have to run into him now of all times? If we just could have made it through the second round, everything would have been fine. So why? Why now?
こんな時に部隊長が来るんだよ
ここはあたいが一人で食い止めるわ。
I told you. Moko stepped forward, proposing a plan that was completely insane. You guys go on ahead. I'll do what I can to slow him down. The way I see it, there's no other way to save Nozomi but this. You want us to leave you behind? We can't do that. I don't know if I'd say I'm proud. Also, leaving Moko behind seems like a terrible idea, but okay. Whatever. Moko, please cover us while we bring Nozomi back. I don't know how I can repay... Right time for all of you to exit the ring. The other guy's about to fly in for a second round any moment now. Tsubasa, be a darling and send everyone back, alright? Love you, honey. Oh. Yeah. See you later, Moko. We loaded the unconscious Nozomi and Kirishika into Tsubasa's vehicle and drove off without delay. As we pulled away, I looked back to see how Moko was faring.
さあご覧あれ。世紀末破壊天女モジロモコ。
Where Moko?
一世一代の仁王立ちを。
Moko was standing in the way of the commander, determined to buy us enough time to escape. I burned the sight of that stirring scene into my mind so that I would never forget it. Takumi, I regret to be the bearer of bad news, but... What now? What? I have no idea what's causing them. High fever and difficulty breathing? The pieces immediately clicked into place in my head. It must be rejection symptoms. I am absolutely not giving anyone my blood! Ava, if you agree to give us some of your blood, I'll give you the key to your prison cell. You said you have a daughter, right? Her name's Commune or something? Think about it. You can free yourself and go see your beloved Commune again. He's gonna kill her. Oh, what? Vampire! Man, this game is just hitting all the genres, isn't it? Nozomi bit on Ava's neck and started sucking her blood ravenously. She might have instinctively felt she would get better by drinking this blood. What? When did Nozomi become your relative? What do you mean? She consumed my blood. We're literally blood relatives now. Fair. Takumi, if you don't mind, I'd like to be Ava's caretaker from now on. You promised her freedom! Since she's feeling unwell because of me, it's only right that I be the one to nurse her back to health. And that's why I think Nozomi's becoming way too attached to Ava. When the Alliance gathered in my room first thing in the morning, we started discussing Nomi's recent behavior. I feel like this has gone beyond mere gratitude to Ava for saving her life. What's making Nozomi so obsessed with Ava? Maybe it was because she consumed Ava's blood directly by mouth while also being in physical contact with her. Unspoken biological data was shared somehow, and a strong bond was forged from that.
Oh.
And how do you feel about Nozomi's precarious position on the leaderboard? She's currently second to last. It won't be long before she falls into last place if she keeps refusing to take part in the hunt. I'll go talk to her once more. Ask her to think seriously about earning more points so that we can survive the second round together. You are being weird, Nozomi. Ava's not related to you or anything. I know you're emotionally attached to her because she saved your life, but there have to be boundaries. This is neither the time nor place to be playing family with an invader. You'll die if you don't start focusing on the hunting game now. I've misunderstood the school invaders. I used to think they were nothing but heartless monsters. But they're not. They have family and loved ones too. Like I saw in Ava's memories.
私はもう新校生とは戦
I
いま
love
せん
how it's This is good enough. Thank you for seeing me off. Okay, farewell, Ava. We released Ava from her cage that very day and allowed her to leave the school. Your Ava! Huh? Nozomi, lower your voice! Tsubasa quickly put a hand on an agitated Nozomi to quiet her. They captured her! That's not gonna happen. Takamaru, can't we all just agree to let Nozomi deal the finishing blow this time? She's in the last place and will be executed if she doesn't gain more points. Shut the fuck up! Kako's not doing so well on the leaderboard either, so I say we let her have the kill. It's nice that all of you are so concerned about Miss Kirofuji, but she's not even here, you know. I was gonna say. Where are you, Nozomi? Ava! Ava, talk to me, Ava! Bleh. I saw Nozomi trying to rouse a groggy-looking Ava in her arms. Ava was really here. Where am I? Thank goodness you're awake. Now Nozomi's here. I'm not going to just let Nozomi die. How could she continue to think of others even in the face of her own death? Now she has to die because of her kind heart. Where's the fairness in that? I entrust them to you. Decipher the red one once you return to school. Give the blue one to the one whom it is due. And who would that be? Next up. It's like the bomb thingy. What's this now? A bead? This is a remote detonator. Press it to blow up the bomb. Inside my body. When Nozomi gets back, make her press the button. Firmly and tightly. I'll minimize the explosion using my powers so that you won't be hurt by the blast. Killing me would surely move Nozomi out of last place. That might save her, yes, but what's the point if you end up dying? You'll never see Commune again if you're dead. I do so dearly wish I could see her again and hold her while we fell asleep just like we used to. But this is my unavoidable fate. Or tied them up. Like, why did you tie them up? Just stupidity all around. Nozomi. What? I grabbed Nozomi's hand and pushed the detonator into her palm.
愛してるわ、のぞみ。カミュンと仲良くね。
Then I folded Nozomi's fingers closed, crushing the detonator in her hand, and then we rushed to the leisure lounge to check our rankings. It should be okay. Nozomi should no longer be at the bottom now. She gained a ton of points for Ava's death yesterday. She can't be in last place. A lot of stuff happened. Like, we fought each other. Like, we haven't looked at the board since that. Feeling a mix of hope and unease roiling in my chest, I looked up at the leaderboard. I was in for a surprise. Wait, what? Yugamu makes sense because he was working on the thing. Tsubasa makes sense, but how the frick did Kyoshika go so far down? Nozomi had risen from the bottom of the ranks, but in her place...
なんで長鳥が最下位なんだよ。
I had a feeling this might happen. What? How did you know that? What happened? Why did the rankings change so much? Last night, Hima, Kako, and Takamaru finished off the squad for commander. The second round ends today. If Kyoshika doesn't get out of last place by midnight, she's going to be executed. Where is she? We need to tell her. Kyoshka is tending to Nozomi. She didn't seem remotely concerned about her ranking. She's more worried about Nozomi. Why are the girls from second to last Defense Academy so kind? Why do they have to be so selfless? She's going to die! It seemed like Kyoshka was ready to die. She pulled her trusty holy Jumanji sword from its sheath. I can't ever not think Jumanji like the movie, and spoke to it with a serene expression. Holy Jumanji sword, tonight we fight gloriously on our way to hell.
いや、君は戦うことなく、おとなしく殺されてくれ。
I might be right. I might be right in what I said. He wants to inject the person who's gonna die and have them like suck it up. Yugamu suddenly blurted out something no one saw coming. Yugamu, what was that? I said she should die quietly. It's just more convenient that way.
最下位の人間の
Yep, okay, I was right. I was right. I was right. Oh. There we were all forced to watch Kyoshka's execution. Kyoshka, I'm sorry. This round was quite the thrill. It was particularly entertaining watching you all race to throw each other to the wolves. You were so ugly when you were fighting over the commander at that enemy base. No, there won't be a third round. Yugamu had chosen that moment to speak up. I couldn't hear you. Can you say that again, Yugamu Omokage? Are you deaf? Then let me repeat myself. I said that your game is done here and now. Oh, their voices are kind of similar. I'm trying to give him more of like a, oh, and why is that? Why? Because you're going to die, obviously. The very next moment... We're just gonna come back. The sponsors suddenly began to twist and writhe in agony. Will they actually stay down, though? As we're only on day 60. The poison seemed to be working. The sponsors fell to the ground one after another. Until just one was left. Looks like you're the last. Will this invader hunt be over the moment you're dead? My bees! What are you doing? He's attacked me! This is a flagrant violation of the rules. Punish him! The sponsor called out to the bees hovering above us, however... because I haven't violated any rules. What? It's true that I had Kyoshka consume poison, but you were the one who made the choice to absorb her blood. You can't punish me for your willful negligence. Your bees appear to be sticklers about your rules. The only uncertain element of our plan was how the bees would react. But it looks like we had nothing to worry about. Sponsor, you were defeated by Kyoshka's sincere wish to keep us all safe. Your killing game ends today! Yeah. The killing game is over. Oh my god. Alright, can I still kill Takamaru? No. I wasn't prepared for the words coming out of their mouth. What? How? How could the game go on if they were dead? You were just a bit too late to kill me. My will has already been passed on to my successor. What the hell is going on? And just then... Everyone get down. The sponsor's body released a blinding flash of light. Is he an invader? Why not? After we all calmed down, we made a grave and buried Kyoshka's body.
Arigato, Magadori. Arigato.
All my fault. Even if we needed the points, I still made Nozomi kill Ava. This is why everyone calls me the Grim Reaper. Takumi, you didn't do anything wrong. Sometimes people have to get their hands dirty in order to save their friends. You only did what was necessary. You and Yugamu too. Wait, how is he holding up? I tried to talk to him earlier, but he said he doesn't want to talk to anyone right now. He seems very upset about making Kyoshka ingest that poison.
No.
Eva gave to me before she died and told me this. Maybe her will is in here? Maybe it's an invader recording device. And I might be able to extract the data from my PC in the war room. Let me borrow these. I'm gonna try to analyze it ASAP. What is this? A map? Yep. I analyzed the red chip and got this map out of it. Eva left this to you, Takumi. Eva? Me? But why a map? She must be telling you to go to this spot here marked by a red dot.
No.
Looks like a cave? Yeah, that's a cave, all right. So then, did Eva hide something in there? You don't know that. We've switched genres a lot in this game. You go first, Takumi. I'll be a few steps behind. Are you using me to see if it's safe? No, what? You're a boy. Besides, you said before. That's true, but we should exercise caution in times like these and... Don't care, didn't ask. Get a move on. Go, 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 go.
Huh?
Hey, don't push. Ah! Takumi, look. What? Something far more surprising than any trap awaited us. We hurriedly transported it out of the cave. She's so cute.
まだ体は温かい。生きてるぞ。おい、大丈夫か？
Do not bring her back to the base.
よかった。目を覚ました。
大丈夫か？どこか痛いところは。
The girl slapped me in the face and I jumped to the ground. What are you doing? Takumi was just making sure you're okay. Keep your hands off me, you dunce. Such disrespect touching a shrine attendant without purifying yourself. Who do you think you are? Oh. We really don't know. Enough of your lies. Everyone knows who I am. You do know who I am, right? You're not just pretending, right? Commune? You must be Commune. Huh? How do you know my name? I thought you said you didn't know me. Eva mentioned you. You must be her adopted child. Biologically speaking, you're her niece, right? Who are you? How do you know of my family secrets? Eva gave us this. The location of the place was on the map in the red chip. Mother's memory chip! Commune ripped the blue chip out of my hand. I'm going to analyze this. You wait here. Oh, cuddle session. We ended up like this. I ship it. This is definitely one way for us to keep warm, but... I love how there's this sexy music, too.
でも、俺たち一応男女だし。
いちいち口に出さないでよ。私だって恥ずかしいんだから。
He's cute.
ああ、悪い。
I can hear Tsubasa's breathing. I can feel her warmth through the blanket. How am I supposed to sleep like this?
でも、夜を一人で過ごさないで済むのは助かるな。
Aww. I love the sexy music in the background. It's so funny. Tsubasa suddenly muttered this in a whispery voice.
最近、夜に怖い夢を見るんだ。みんなが次々、八谷部隊長に殺されて。
I don't think that's a dream.
いつの間にか私は一人ぼっちになってるの。
I like Tsubasa. I think she's good.
怖くて飛び起きるんだけど、真夜中だから部屋は真っ暗で私一人。朝が来るまですっごく不安なんだ。だから祈るの。どうかみんなが死んでいませんようにって。
カーナ。
But she's super smart. So, yeah. Okay, the game is over. No one else is going to get killed. I wanted to reassure her so badly. But it'd be irresponsible of me to make promises of a happy future if I wasn't sure they were gonna come true. The killing game might not be over. I couldn't find the words to comfort her. Instead... Oh, yes! Yes! Give me some romance! Woohoo! I put my arm around her trembling shoulders and held her tight. I was surprised by my own actions. I had no idea I could do something like this, seeing as I had zero experience with girls. Tsubasa seemed a bit taken aback, but she didn't swat me away. Between the heat and the tension I felt from her, my body grew so warm that I started to sweat a little.
カワナ、よかったらお前が東京団地にいた頃の話を聞かせてもらえないかな。
東京団地の？
ああ、お前の過去の話が聞きたいんだよ。未来に何があるかはわからないし、いいことが起こるとも限らない。でも、幸せな過去は変わることなくそこにあるだろう。だから聞きたいんだよ。幸せな話を。
Tsubasa obliged and told me a story after story of her beloved family. Tsubasa and I exchanged promises and fell asleep. This thing you brought me is the memory chip that was embedded inside of my mother. The things my mother saw and heard before her death are recorded on it. So I spent the evening extracting all of that information. The dam had burst. Tears streamed down Kamyun's cheeks.
嘘つき、嘘つき。ここにいればまた会えるって言ってたのに。わらはずっと待ってたのに。
This episode is just making all the emotions come out of me. We were just hearts a little bit ago, and now we are... That one. We helped Kamyun onto the bus and headed for the school. This is interesting. This is taking an interesting turn. Back at the school, we secretly led Kamyun to the escape pod hangar. The only ones who know about this room are Tsubasa, Yugamu, Nozomi, and me. There was no way Takamaru's group would find out about Kamyun if we hid her here. It was finally time to introduce them. Huh? The glimmer finally returned into Nozomi's eyes at the sight of Kamyun. Hug? This route is so confusing because it is so obscenely different. But we are learning more about the world. The only thing is that the sponsor doesn't make any sense. Like, what triggered that? Probably us. Tsubasa was silently squeezing my hand. Tsubasa, what's up? Yeah! Jealous. It just seemed like you were really looking Nozomi up and down.
Huh?
What? No way, I wasn't thinking anything lewd. Really? Not at all. Not at all. I told you, Nozomi just looks exactly like my childhood friend, Karua. She's like a little sister I have to look after. Sounds like your flame's starting to burn a little hotter if you ask me. It's not, I swear. Why are you being so persistent about this anyway? I'm gonna do this right. Do what right? Come on, elaborate. Well, It's so cute. I shrank under Tsubasa's accusatory gaze. My back was up against the wall, and just when I accepted that there was no escape... Oh, for the love of murder. When did you two get so lovey-dovey? Ask. First, why were you hiding in that cave? You need me to spell it out? I was exiled from my village. Exiled? Why? You should know. Because my mother, Ava, ended up your prisoner, of course. She was the people's hero. A hero must never be taken prisoner by the enemy. So Ava was branded a traitor. And so were you, her daughter. When I arrived, there was the sponsor clad in their suit. Where's Darumi? You have to be kidding me. How? Oh, for the love of murder. I had my suspicions, but... No! Then, what did Kyoshika die for? They're from the satellite. Why? The sponsors were supposed to be dead, killed by Kyoshika's poison. So how? They're still alive? Oh no, the last sponsor is dead as a doornail. I'm an entirely different person and don't you forget it! Good morning again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the sponsor's successor. You could just call me Sponsor 2. Yugamu pulled a knife out of his sleeve and made for the sponsor. Stop, Yugamu. Don't do anything crazy. Oh, bombs inside of us. An explosion suddenly echoed across the room. There were flames jetting out from Yugamu's body. We ran over to him panicked, but it was already too late. His body had been torn apart in an instant. Did you do this? Did you set off Yugamu's bomb? Of course it was me. I just clicked this little remote. Oh, relax. That's not what the revival magic is for, you drama queens. When you bring him back, tell him not to defy me again. Otherwise... And I say this again, why has nobody gone for the... Alright, folks. At the new sponsor's command, the invader hunt was back on. We'd found ourselves dragged back into the depths of hell. Just like that, we're back to doing this invader hunt again. You don't leave this place under any circumstances, okay? If anyone finds out you're here, they're going to kill you. You're probably the target of this particular round, after all. Hunting us down in the game of death. Such utter nonsense. Who does this insolent sponsor think they are? Commune? You don't know who they are either? I'm pretty sure they're from the fucking satellite. Although this one's definitely Darumi. I haven't the slightest idea. But I can assure you they're not one of us. Well, now that this game's back on again, we're going to have to review our objective. Do we participate in the third round of the hunt? Or do we try to kill off the sponsor? You tell us, team leader. I'll follow your lead. I couldn't answer immediately. Honestly, I wasn't sure what to do. Continuing this deranged killing game was out of the question, but apparently killing the sponsor isn't enough to end it. My heart was gripped with despair. What do we do? What more is it going to take for me to be able to protect everyone? Why do you look so troubled? Commune suddenly questioned me. If the game displeases you, then why not run away? That's what I said. Rather than join in like a fool. Is this rocket just for decoration? If you flee to space, this sponsor person won't be able to pursue you. We were going to do that at first, but the plan fell through. Oh, and why is that? The escape pod is broken. It'll take a long time to repair it. I'm repairing the motherboard right now, but with my skills, it'll be another month. Holy shit, what? Oh, Takumi! Your timing is perfect. The person who greeted me when I entered the underground hangar was not Commune, but Tsubasa. Tsubasa, were you here all night? I just couldn't stop myself. I was in the zone. But as a result, and you might want to hold on to something before I tell you, we're finally done repairing the escape pod! Really? It's amazing, Tsubasa, you did it! I can't believe it really only took 5 days. We gotta get everyone. I'll get Yugamu and... Wait, Takumi! I was about to rush out of the room when Tsubasa grabbed me by the hand and stopped me. Yeah, give her a kiss. Takumi, you said before that you were going to do things right. I guess I did, didn't I? If you want to do things right, then do this right. Right? You said you would. With a vulnerable expression on her face, Tsubasa closed her eyes and... Oh, yes! Kiss her! Kiss, 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 kiss! Give me my romance in this weird, freaking visual novel. I might be slow, but even I know what she wants. Staring at Tsubasa as she waited nervously, I couldn't help but feel a swell of affection. Give me a cute romance! I quietly made a decision. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do things right with Tsubasa here and now. I leaned in close to Tsubasa's lips and... interrupted? Damn it, Commune! You messed up my romance scene. Confounded, how could I make such a careless mistake? Dang it! Commune came out of the escape pod, holding her head in her hands, complaining about something. What is it, Commune? No matter how perfect the pod is itself, the machine can't do anything without fuel. You have to be kidding. Fuck it, I knew it. Why is Dorumi still in first? I really don't understand.
私だってブービー賞だよ。このままでは私たちのどちらかが死ぬこ
Why
と
did I
にな
not
る
tell
ね。
you? Just tie those three up. Yukamu and Tsubasa had fallen to the bottom of the ranks. Meanwhile, Nozomi and I were still high. We had her to thank for that. I heard a voice and whirled around to find the sponsor standing there. What did you just say? I was just complimenting you on a job well done killing Ava in round 2. Not just anyone can exploit someone's emotions and gets into true self-deletion. What do you want from us? I just wanted to chat with you. I love human beings like you. Like me? My only hobby is observing arrogant humans who will kill anyone for the sake of their own ego and journey. Takumi, you're the tops, kid. I can smell the stench of blood on your hands. You're a natural-born killer. I'm sure you'll dirty your hands in the blood of even more victims later. Right, Takumi, the boy with the blood-stained hands. Tsubasa came to my side and squeezed my hand. Oh, your hands are clean, Takumi. And they always keep me warm when I need it most. Tsubasa. Tsubasa clasped my hand tightly and sent a withering glare the sponsor's way. Let's go, Takumi. We don't have to stand here and take this. I took Tsubasa by the hand and led her to the leisure lounge exit. However, as I was walking out the door... Takumi! You're going to kill a lot more people after this. Once your hands are blood-stained, they can never be clean again. They'll keep searching for their next prey. I'm expecting even more spectacular death from you in the 3rd round. Sponsor made a sinister prophecy. Me? Kill people? That's ridiculous. But invaders are people. I think that's the point. I'll kill again and again, as many invaders as it takes to save my friends. The whole reason you're in this dilemma is because I failed to repair the escape pod. I'm terribly sorry, I apologize. You didn't do anything wrong, Commune. It's all their fault. A creepy weirdo of a sponsor. Don't you dare try to blame yourself. It's very kind of you not to blame me after my failure. You're all so kind, and kind people mustn't die. You must survive this. I suddenly thought of one of our comrades. Right. If anyone might know... Dorumi might know where the invaders are. Dorumi? Ever since she took first in the middle of the 1st round, she hasn't slipped even 1 position in the rankings. Yeah, it's weird. She's a brilliant hunter. She might still be able to figure it out. She might know where we can find the invaders. You want this invader hunt to end, then? Then please work with us. This is my chance to recruit her. I summarized everything that had happened for her. But at this rate, Tsubasa might die before we can escape. Tsubasa was in last place. We needed to get her some points ASAP. But we couldn't find the invaders we so desperately needed to make that happen. Please, Dorumi. If you know where the invaders are, can you take us there? If you help us, we'll let you take the escape pod with us. And the game. Don't play with me. I to take everything away from me?
Huh?
Hey, Kurumi? Don't play with me. Don't fucking play with me. Don't fucking play with me! This is all I have. I won't let you destroy it! Isn't that exactly the opposite of what you were just... Get out, asshole! Just follow her. It's because... Huh? We suddenly heard an eerie voice coming from nowhere. Along with the voice appeared... Kurumi! Found you! The Jack's trying to ruin my killing game. None of you can keep your hands off the things I love. So I made up my mind. Before you can take anything from me, I'm gonna take your miserable lives. I couldn't so much as squeak in surprise or panic. No way. All the way out here? How did Dorumi get here? How did you follow us? We used the bus. Oh, sucks for you that I'm so fast on my feet. Knock this off already, Dorumi. We're a really tight spot right now. If you keep getting in our way, we might have to stop going easy on you. Oh, please. Please. All I've ever wanted is for us to kill each other. Let's just do it plain and simple. Forget everything that's not death and killing. If you don't kill me now, your precious little friend will end up dead. There was no time to hesitate after I made up my mind. I readied my weapon and stood opposite Dorumi.
Yosh!
Here we go. I stepped forward, ready to cross blades. And then it happened, as if on cue.
まさかこんなところで出会うとはな。侵略者の子らよ。
As soon as I heard the voice, a chill jolted down my spine. I stopped in my tracks. I turned to face its owner and saw... Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. Prepare to fear about.
いざ。
Show me your spirit.
わしは波動の化身ダルシャ。侵略者の子らよ。いざま。
Your blades have told me everything. You are true warriors. I dare not kill you here with a surprise attack. Girl, you there! Me? Dalxia suddenly bellowed at Tsubasa. Why the cowardice? Why don't you join the battle? Are you making a mockery of this war? Dalxia pulled out a single short sword from inside his clothes. That's a throwing dagger. Stop, Dalxia! I desperately tried to stop the commander, but he paid me no attention at all. Huh? The blade moved towards Tsubasa at a ferocious speed. The very next moment, I saw something utterly unbelievable. Tsurumi took the blade for Tsubasa.
雨宮お前どうして早く止血を
Tsurumi gurgled blood as she screamed out her inconceivable request. Interesting. That's what I thought. How does she know that? Oh, probably because she killed Hiroko and realized it.
それ以上喋るな本当に死ぬぞ
We laid Tsurumi down on the ground, carefully following Yugamu's instructions to stop the bleeding. Tsurumi, talk to us. What were you trying to do? Why'd you protect me like that? Please tell us, Tsurumi. Come on, Tsurumi. You've been following us around because you really wanted to help us, right? Huh? Help you why? Don't go saying stuff with no proof, okay?
Oh.
We have proof, actually. You said it yourself. You've held on first place since the invader hunt started. Ever since you took first place in the middle of the first round, you haven't slipped even once.
Oh.
But if we think about that rationally, that's a little odd, isn't it? I mean, you blacked out in the middle of the first round and spent 4 days out of commission, right? After absorbing Hiroko's cryptoglobin, Tsurumi fell unconscious and didn't wake up for quite some time. But if that's the case, we killed Takamura of them. Guess we didn't suck their blood, though. Normally that would result in a drastic fall in the rankings. In the early stages of the game, you hunted down a target with an incredibly large number of points, and you've maintained that edge ever since. Hiroko Shizuhara was a target of the invader hunt. And not just her either. It's likely we're all targets in this game. That's why you tried to die for us. If my life could save all 4 of you, I'd be just as amazing as she was, right? She wanted to die like Hiroko? I can't kill the girl who saved my life! I want you to live, Darumi. And I'll be your friend. I might not be as dependable as Hiroko was, but I can stand by your side. Huh? You wanna be my friend? Don't stop making promises you can't keep. Fine. I get it. I'll show you. I'll show you exactly how prepared I am. Tsubasa reached for Darumi's face with both hands. Beautiful! Hey, that was supposed to be our kiss. Tsubasa half forced Darumi's lips against her own.
これはいい。芸術点相当高いよ。
Yukamu's like, hell yeah. Takumi's like, that was my kiss. It was a long, deep kiss. No, that was mine. Well, how did you like being my first kiss? Did it taste like innocence? Do you believe me now? I'm ready to get hurt for you, Darumi. Well, Darumi. That was supposed to be mine. Come on, say something. I'm getting embarrassed. Mistress Tsubasa. Huh? Mistress Tsubasa! Oh, what's going on? Tsubasa-sama. Tsubasa kissed her. Hey, Takumi. Yugama placed a hand on my shoulder. You took so long that Darumi beat you to getting Tsubasa's first kiss. Shut the hell up. How about you and How about you and I show the girls a real kiss? I said shut up! As the clock ticked over into the new day, I stopped by the leisure lounge on my own to check the leaderboard. Tsubasa was still dead last. If we didn't find her some points by the end of day 78 then. But how? Trying to earn points has led to nothing but a wild goose chase. There are no invaders anywhere. We're not going to be able to beat Dalxia. Darumi's knowledge was our last hope, but she said she had no idea where they'd gone, and that hunting hadn't been going well for her either. Apparently, she'd been holding first place purely from the points she got from Hiroko. In the end, nobody had any idea where the invaders were now. Is it really just a matter of searching around? The unease was suffocating me. Would we manage to raise Tsubasa's ranking in these remaining 3 days? How? How? Oh! How do I protect the girl I love? Hello, Takumi? Is something bothering you? Huh? I turned around at the sudden sound to see. Did you get there? Don't glare at me like that. I just wanted to share something nice with you. Something nice? You desperately want to know where the invaders are, right? Do you know where they are? I sure do. My recon squad found where they've been hiding. If you're curious, I'm happy to tell you when you alone, Takumi. Because you're my favorite. Are you up to something? Of course I am. I'm always thinking horrible things. Crap. But you know, Takumi, I think you're going to need to trust me. What are you even saying? I mean, if you can't get the location of the invaders out of me, our last place player, Tsubasa, is going to die. Oh, that's good. Nothing is better than seeing you look so desperate. I love humans trapped between a rock and a hard place. Try asking me nicely. Takumi, ask me to tell you where they are. I have a feeling that not taking the offer is going to lead to a dead end, so... Wait, ask... We want yes, right? Ask where the invaders are? Yes, ask. Tell me where the invaders are. I decided to trust the devil just this once. Ooh. What is this? Kinda looks like a mansion? Pretty swanky, isn't it? Maybe a commander lived here. We had arrived at the lavishly decorated estate. There was no sign of any enemies near the entrance, but... Let's go inside. Come with me, guys. We cautiously made our way through the mansion with bated breath. Were there really invaders in here? The anxiety and anticipation made my heart beat so loudly that I could barely focus. Please, let there be invaders. If we don't get some points here, Tsubasa is... Is it going to be like homeless people? I gulped. Deep inside the estate. They're hiding. We found what we've been looking for. There were so many invaders. Is that all of them? Are there any more invaders? I looked around, but it had gone quiet inside the estate. Looks like we got them all. What? It's not enough. We need more points if we want to save Tsubasa. Just then, Yugumu suddenly whirled around, facing the innermost part of the estate. Careful, guys. A strange presence is approaching from over there. Invaders? Similar, but something's off. Huh? I couldn't believe my eyes. What I was seeing shouldn't have been possible. Oh, wait. How? I told you!
人間は人工天体に逃げ込んだんじゃなかったの？
地球に残った人間がいたってこと？とにかく彼らの話を聞いてみよう。
We dropped our weapons at our feet and tried to talk to the people, but...
こんなところにまで来やがったのか、侵略者！
Blood.
てめえらのせいで俺たちまで帰られることになったじゃないか。
gross. Huh?
今ここでぶっ殺してやるよ。
なんであの人たちあんなに怒ってるの？
とても会話が成立するような空気じゃないね。
The air was tense. We weren't going to be able to avoid a fight.
今は逃げよう。あの人たちが襲いかかってくる前に。
We turned for the exit so we could leave the estate. But at the very next moment...
いいのかい？ここで逃げたらカーラちゃんが死んじゃうよ。
I knew it. We skidded to a halt after hearing a voice that shouldn't have been there. When we turned around, we saw a single bee hovering in the air. It was one of the sponsors, and it somehow seemed larger than the others.
どうして逃げるの？せっかく新校生がたくさんいるのにポイントを稼がなくていいの？
新校生ならもう借り尽くしたよ。残っているのは人間だけだ。
杉野くん、何を言っているの？そこにいるそいつらはれっきとした新校生だよ。
These people? Invaders.
見てねえでかかってこいよ、侵略者！
Oh god, I might want
来ねえ
to
ならこっ
cry.
ちから行くぞ。ぶっ殺してやる、ぶっ殺してやるよ。
I don't like this.
もっと正確に言えば新校生の組対かな。まだ加工前だから形は人間っぽいけどね。
Okay, that's really bad too.
お前、さっきから何言って。
そこの地下は新校生の製造工場の一つなんだよ。
Okay, you know what? Both sides are fucked up.
長らく誇りをかぶっていたけど、この度再稼働が決まってね。
If this is true, which I don't believe this.
すっかり数を減らした新校生の大量増産に向けて招集された素体が運び込まれたというわけ。待ってよ、
新構成って人間から作られてたの？
素体を人間とみなすかどうかは意見が分かれるところだけど、平たく言えばそういうことになるのかな。
Both sides are fucked up. That's it. That's it. Invaders are made from people? Then the SDU has been murdering people.
そうだ。もう一つ君たちに大切なことを教えてあげる。そこにいる素体はかなりの高ポイントターゲットだよ。
ふざけたこと抜かすなよ。いくらポイントが高くても人を殺せるはずがないだろう。
そうだよ。人を殺すなんて。
私は薄汚い殺し屋だけど、
Can
仕
we kill
事以外の
Takuma? Can we go
殺し
back
は
to
し
my
ない
plan of
って
killing
決めてる
Takamaru?
んだ。
君たちはまだ正常な倫理観を保ってるんだね。でもいいの？こいつらを狩らないと
I don't like this.
カーナちゃんが死んじゃうよ。
Tsubasa's going to die. The moment I heard those words, my body lurched with a wave of dizziness.
スミノ、こいつの言葉を聞いちゃダメ。私、人を殺してまで生きたくない。
You literally killed Ava for Nozomi, so fuck.
他を当たろう、スミノ君。こんな場所にいちゃダメだ。
いや、他の場所にはもう新構成はいやしないよ。君らがほとんど全部回避しちゃったから。仲間を助けたかったら、ここで覚悟を決めるしかないんだ。スミノ君。
So this is the real reason why the sponsor pointed me here. They wanted to force me to choose between killing human beings or letting one of my friends get killed. I don't want to lose another friend. Tsubasa, Yugamu, close your eyes. Takumi, what are you going to do? Don't, please, you can't. The moment I decided to come here, the choice was already made. I want to protect Yugamu after he stayed by my side through everything, and I want to protect the girl I've truly come to care about. I held my sword aloft with trembling hands. Oh, I hate it! It feels so gross! Shut up. I'm not doing this because you convinced me. I'm doing this of my own free will to save Tsubasa's life. No, Takumi!
よせ、セミノ君。
Oh god, I want to cry. I have to summon the evil inside of me. Just this once, I need to channel Eito Aotsuki. Inside my body, I carry the will of the person who so despised humanity. I'll take this sword and... I brought it down swiftly. Tsubasa, you better not have... My god. I can't. No matter how hard I try, I can't forget. I killed human beings. I've committed an unforgivable crime. Oh my god. Unable to confront what I'd done, I was hiding from reality under the covers in my bed. How could I? Who were those people? What were they doing there? Why were they so hostile towards us even though they were human? Just like us. Why are there still people on Earth? I thought they all evacuated to the satellite. Nothing makes any sense. Nobody who knows the truth even tried to tell us what's going on here. But one thing's for certain. Those people, I killed them. I can still feel the weight of my sin in my palms. That was all that mattered. Enough of this. I don't want to think anymore. Takumi, are you up? I could swear I just heard Nozomi's voice. I thought I was hallucinating, but then... I could sense someone at my bedside. The closing ceremony for round 3 just wrapped up. You saved Tsubasa, who was executed in round 3. Nozomi flinched after I asked in a strained voice. It was Takamaru. You're completely depressed, aren't you, Takumi? I heard another voice. This time it was the sponsor. Fair enough. I mean, you've been tainted by the act of murder. But it was splendid the way you killed them so mercilessly. The noble knight dirtying his hands to protect the one he loves. You really are quite the romantic. The knight awakes from his delusions of romance and confronts his crimes to discover that he is no more than a mere murderer. He must find himself hideous. He must be repulsed with himself. It must make him wish he was dead. Oh my... Tsubasa? Takumi! I was on the verge of tears the moment I heard her voice. I wanted to leap out of bed and cling to her. It took everything in me not to act on that impulse. I'm sorry. You're in so much pain and you shouldn't be. I'm sorry you had to do something like that because of me. It's okay. I'm the one who did it. And when someone does something wrong, they need to suffer for it. No! You didn't do anything wrong, Takumi. The ones we really should be blaming are the people who put us in this horrible situation to begin with. It's all so confusing. You didn't do anything wrong. Oh, hug her for God's sake. 2 teardrops fell onto my cheek. The girl I love is crying. I want to comfort her, but I can't touch her. My hands are too dirty. Don't worry about me anymore. I'm evil. I don't belong with you guys. I wanted to get Tsubasa as far from me as soon as possible. I didn't want to sully her with all the sin and death I brought with me. But she never made any attempt to leave my side. Fine. If you think you're a criminal, so be it. Takumi the criminal. I'm fine with this new label of yours, so at least hear what I have to say about our future. Our future? I talked with Yugamu and Darumi earlier. We're never going to be able to go back to how it was before. Yugamu made Kyoshika drink poison. Darumi killed Hyuruko. Even if we tried to live like normal in the complex, I think we'd suffer trying to readjust to peaceful lives. Listen to me, Takumi. We'll live together as roommates when we get to the artificial satellite. Roommates? We'll rent out some cheap little detached home and all 4 of us criminals can live together in poverty. It might be hard for us to reintegrate into society when we get back from the war, but at least when we go home, we'll have the friends who went through it with us. I'm sure we can overcome anything as long as we are together. That very moment, I could clearly envision the life Tsubasa was describing. It was so vivid, almost like I could reach out and grab it. This is such a funny grouping, isn't it?
それで雨宮さんと面影だけが大盛り上がりするんだよ。私とスミノは置いてけぼり。
I have a feeling they won't be welcome at the artificial satellite, actually.
でも結局、私たちも最後まで見ちゃうんだ。
Oh, this is so
流
cute.
されやすいからね、私たちって。鑑賞後は雨宮さんがぶちまけたポップコーンをみんなで大掃除するんだよ。床にモップをかけながら、みんなでため息をつきながら笑い合うの。休日を B 級映画で無駄にしちゃったねって。でも、こういうのも悪くないよね。
I still don't understand the red text. An overwhelming feeling welled up as I played out the scene in my head. This feeling rising up inside of me, it was longing. I wanted this future. I wanted it so bad it hurt. Yay! Oh, yay! There was a warm sensation on my lips. Tsubasa's lips rested neatly atop mine. Her breath, her warmth, her hopes, her life. I felt all of it in my soul.
スミノの罪、半分もらい。
Oh, she's so cute.
これで私も罪人だね。お返しにスミノには私の命を半分あげる。
A cry. The moment I heard those words, I truly felt like I'd been reborn. There was a faint warmth in my chest,
大丈夫だよ。隅野は必ずやり直せる。だって私は隅野が優しいことを知っているから。
Oh. I really like this
ねえ
route.
隅野、
Well, everybody's dead,
私の
but
夢を叶えてよ。4人でシェアハウスを。
Takumi, sorry to do this when you're just getting back, but we need to discuss what happens next right away. If we take too long, round 4 will start. We're all in agreement then. We're not participating in this invader hunt again. But if we want to leave the game, we're going to need to procure fuel for the escape pod somehow.
Fuel? As in a large amount of cryptoglobin.
Strongest class of commanders, that Doxia sure fits the bill. If we can beat him and take his cryptoglobin, we'll definitely be able to launch the escape pod. Do we take care of Doxia as soon as possible, or do we take care of the sponsor first? I'm curious if they can actually do it this time, and if we have to fight Doxia again, or how this is gonna work, but we'll go with the sponsor. I still want to defeat the sponsor. They're the embodiment of evil. Unless we eradicate them from this world, they'll come back to haunt us again and again.
I totally agree with Takumi. I'll never forgive the sponsor for toying with us and exploiting our kindness. Never. Nobody gets away with harming my dear Takumi.
Yeah. My dear Takumi. Is there something we should know?
That was a joke. Just a joke. There's nothing around me between Takumi and me. Nothing at all. Right? Right, Takumi?
Huh? Oh yeah. Absolutely nothing. Nothing.
I think we should be talking about this even more. We all want to see you happy, Takumi.
What? See me happy?
You've been suffering all this time because you took the toughest role among us. So when we see you happy, it gives us a sense of relief.
Basically, we wish for your happiness as much as you wish for ours. Didn't you know? We were heartbroken. Oh, this coming from Yugamu is so cute. For all those days because you were out of commission. We'll fight the sponsor for daring to inflict so much pain on you just for kicks.
隅野くんに笑っていてほしい。
Oh, that's so
私たちの戦う理由はそれだけでいいんだ。
Compared to Takamaru, I know he's dead, but I can still be angry at him.
ああ、
In that moment, I knew in my heart we could beat the sponsor. With friends like this behind me, I could overcome any cunning or intrigue that sponsor threw at me. This time we'll succeed. The sponsor is going down. I shot Yugamu a glance and he took over. To beat the sponsor, we'll first have to deal with the 3 deadly weapons they wield.
ああ。
First of all, their suit. And the sponsor has 2 other weapons at their disposal. The bees are especially lethal. Remember? We also have one of the sponsor's suits. The bees can't touch anyone who's wearing it. But here comes our biggest problem. The sponsor's 3rd weapon. A deadly new weapon they've somehow gotten their hands on. The detonator for the bombs inside of us. His 3rd weapon's maybe the worst of all. With that around, we can't even get close. There was something she said earlier that I couldn't get out of my mind. There's no clear rule explaining how the players can win this game. She was right. There was nothing in the rules about us winning. For some odd reason, that statement stuck in my mind, even though I couldn't figure out for the life of me why it seemed so important. I sat up in bed, suddenly wide awake. I found it. I found it! I found a way to end this game! I ran out of my room and went to wake up Yugamu and Dorumi. What is it, Takumi? It's the dead of night, you know.
Yeah, what do you want? I was just about to go visit Mistress Tsubasa in her room.
Listen, guys. I finally found it. I found a way to end the invader hunt. You mean you found a way to definitely kill the sponsor? No. We're not going to kill the sponsor. We're going to end the game.
これで誰にも傷ものか。でも剣豪の傷みたいでだいぶかっこいいなこれ。背中の傷は剣士の恥だからね。
やはり生体からあれを取り出すのはだいぶ勝手が違ったよ。 さあ2人とも服を着て。急がないと第4ゲームの開会式が始まってしまうよ。
After parting ways with Tsurumi and Yugamu, I went back to my room and got changed. Once that was done, we all dashed to the leisure lounge. It was time for our showdown. Finally! Although, what's with that get-up of yours? The sponsor seemed a little confused by my appearance. It was only natural since I was wearing the same thing they were. I stood before them in the suit that Hiroko had retrieved at the cost of her life. Takumi? Why are you dressed like that? What's going on, Takumi? Everyone else looked equally confused. That was the act they were supposed to be putting on.
I smell a big fat rat. Is this your version of a taunt? Coming here in that suit can only mean one thing, am I right?
It depends on your response. I answered the sponsor in a calm, quiet voice. One question for you, sponsor. You've been hounding and pestering me ever since you showed up. Why?
I thought I told you before. It's because you're the most entertaining one here. You're such a little goody-goody, which also makes you capable of the cruelest decisions.
And I hope you're ready for more. Let's see how funny you find this. We needed to make it seem like I was acting on my own, totally independent from the others. That was the scene we were trying to present to the bees hovering above. Let go. I've made up my mind. I have to do this. I shook off the pleas of the others. The sponsor has to pay for what they did. For making me kill other humans. Ah! I charged at the sponsor full speed, a knife in my hand. The bees swooped towards me with a familiar cacophony of beating wings. Obviously, they meant to suck the blood of the rule breaker dry. But their stingers couldn't penetrate the suit I was wearing. I raised the knife. The suit could repel any cryptoglobin-based attacks, but was weak against physical attacks. Even a knife should be able to break through it.
You really didn't think this through, Takumi. Have you forgotten about my other weapon?
The sponsor took out their remote control.
Sheesh, I was hoping you could entertain me for a while more before you broke. Alas, all good things must come to an end. So long, Takumi. Let's play again in our next lives.
The sponsor pressed the detonation button for the bomb in my body. But I wasn't the one who got blown up. Instead, it was Darumi.
Oh.
Why wouldn't you just take it out? Darumi and I will exchange the bombs in our bodies. When I violate the rules, the sponsor will press the button for my bomb. But when they do that, the one who actually explodes will be Darumi, who hasn't broken any rules at all.
Oh.
Right. That will fulfill the victory condition of this game. The game will immediately cease if the sponsor harms a participant without just cause. The moment they blow up Darumi instead of me, something will happen. I didn't know how, but the sponsor would be heavily punished.
Hold up. You're talking like it's a given I'll get blown up in your place. Why's it gotta be me? It doesn't matter who does it, right? Couldn't you use Ima or one of those other guys?
No, you have to be the one. It absolutely has to be you, I've decided.
Uh-huh? And why's that?
Because you got to kiss Tsubasa before me.
So it's just a personal grudge. You're the normie who needs to blow up and die.
Why do you care? We'll bring you back with a Revivomatic right away.
Of course I care. This mouth that kissed Lady Tsubasa's delicate lips will be destroyed. Good, you homewrecker.
Those lips are mine. I'm so glad. I was upset too. You're killing me, Takumi, but in a good way. That's the sort of high-handedness I'd expect from a successful leader. Once I ascertained the bomb had gone off, I took up the suit and stormed towards the sponsor. I still don't understand why you just didn't leave Darumi's bomb out, but okay. That was against the rules. You broke the rules, sponsor. Blowing up Darumi when she didn't do anything at all? That's a grave violation.
You killed Miss Amamiya. Yeah, give it back to us.
What's up? You're back already.
You really had me fooled.
Eventually, they let out a subdued sigh.
Darn it. Totally miscalculated. You switched the bombs in your bodies, huh? When I pressed the detonator, I ended up hurting Darumi without just cause. You're right. I've broken the rules of the game. Therefore...
What am I supposed to do? Have you seen the state of my unbeatable weapons? We followed the sponsor's glance to the ceiling.
No! 血が落ちてくる。死んだの、あいつら。
あの蜂はゲームそのものみたいなものだからね。ゲームが終わったら、まあ、そりゃ死ぬよね。
I have nothing to fight with now. Feel free to do whatever you want to me.
You're definitely not getting off easily. But before that, show us your true face and tell us who you really are. Yugumo quickly and skillfully started removing the suit from the sponsor's body. Soon, we would see the face of the person who'd been tormenting us for days on end. Open sesame. Clone of Takumi. Yugumi tore the suit and helmet off from the sponsor in one breath. What? Eito. Eito, you're still alive?
Ah.
I forgot his voice.
もうちょっと主催者ごっこを楽しみたかったんだけどな。
You're really the real Eito?
It's been a while since we spoke face to face like this, hasn't it, Takumi? I am indeed Eito Aotsuki in the flesh.
Not the Eito Aotsuki you know, though. I've come from another, slightly different world. My thoughts were thrown into confusion. How could Eito still be alive? How did he become the sponsor? And as the second sponsor, how was he connected to the first?
You look completely flabbergasted. Wouldn't you like to know who I really am?
We surrounded Eito and bombarded him with questions.
Calm down, everyone. Don't worry. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
I was surprised. He actually promised to answer our questions without leaving us hanging, except... I just have one condition. What is it?
I'll only answer questions from Takumi, and we have to be alone.
No answers if anyone else is there. What? Why do I have to be stuck somewhere alone with you?
Is that a no? Do you really want to turn this offer down?
It's the biggest chance you have to give information out of me. Team leader. Why are you so obsessed with Takumi anyway?
Why wouldn't I be mean to him, after all?
You're the version of you that killed me, aren't you? I did kill Eito. Or so I thought. How could he be standing before me again now? So this is all about revenge? You even became the sponsor of the killing game too.
Not really. I just couldn't get over it, you know.
How you off to the other me like you were stamping out a pest to be exterminated, looking oh so righteous while you were at it. I wanted to make sure you came to terms with your true vile nature. Then you never feel inclined to act self-righteous again. How does it feel to be an even worse serial killer than me, Takumi? Just for that? You made me kill those people just for that! Oh, no. That's an expression better suited to a disgusting creature like you. Are you in utter anguish yet? I took over the killing game from the previous sponsor so I could see you looking tortured by guilt and desperation. The game may be over, but my fun has only just begun. Because now it's your responsibility to interrogate me. It's starting to smell more and more like the multiverse theory's true. This Eito came from another timeline, right? If this Eito really did come from a different timeline, the information he held was priceless. We could solve our most immediate problems by learning how to travel between timelines from him. Shall we have a little chat, Takumi? You have to tell me what I want to know first. Like the sensation you felt when you killed those people. The feeling of bathing in the warm blood of your victims. That squelching sound was so nice and satisfying, wasn't it? My breathing quickened and I broke out in a cold sweat. Ito really did have the potential to be the best assassin in the world. His ability to drive people into dead ends and make them wish they were dead with words alone was unparalleled. It's not so bad to be caught if I can see you looking like that. But I'm nowhere near done yet. Don't think you can get away from that ugly soul of yours for even a moment. I'll be sure to remind you of your sin from now on. Every single day. It happened so quickly I barely knew what was going on. Tsubasa picked up the knife I had dropped, lunged forward, and slit Ito's throat with it.
Tsubasa-chan!
スミノにひどいことしないでよ。
My girl!
スミノは私の大切川名さん。スミノを苦しめるやつは絶対に許さないんだから。
You, all of you are such ugly monsters. Ito coughed up blood and collapsed on the ground, and within a few seconds he'd stopped breathing. Tsubasa! I ran over and held her in a tight embrace. I'm sorry. We were supposed to ask him for more information, but I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't bear to see you in so much pain. No need to apologize, Tsubasa. If you had jumped in, I'd have done the same. And so the invader hunt ended abruptly. In perfect killing game style, 60 days after it had begun, we lit a bonfire in the schoolyard as a memorial for all our friends who lost their lives in the invader hunt. Closing our eyes, we observed a moment of silence and mourning. Kyoshika, Oko, Kurara, Ava. Our fight against the sponsor is finally over. Mother, may you rest in peace. Have no fear. My sister and I will be fine by ourselves. Sorry for making you ingest that poison, Kyoshika. I hope this fire can ease some of your pain. Thank you for protecting us, Mr. Yakushiji. We're only alive because of you. Thank you for sacrificing yourself to save us too, Shoma. Mistress Hiroko. Thanks for deigning to hang out with someone like me. Thanks for being my friend. Hiroko, we did it. You protected us all. If Hiroko hadn't set up this anti-sponsor alliance, we'd all have perished in the invader hunt. Not just her. Everyone else who died after her became lights of hope that guided the 8 of us to where we are now. We mourned the souls of those who had died in this game for many hours. What the?
誰じゃ?
戦争の最中だというのに、何をこんなところで寝こけておる。
We've already done it. What the hell? I thought she was dead. Actually, I didn't even know.
愚かな男だ。侵略者どもを生かしてどうする。よくも私の可愛いペットを狩り尽くしてくれたものだ。しかし狩りに夢中になった貴様らがあちこちに攻め込んできてくれたおかげで、私は思わぬ恩恵を得ることができた。
恩恵？
憎しみによる連帯だ。貴様らに土地を荒らされ、怒り狂った者たちが続々と我が陣営に集結しつつある。侵略者憎しの感情で膨れ上がった我が軍は、今や史上最大規模と言っても過言ではない。数を減らした貴様らでは、次の我々の襲撃を防ぎ切ることは不可能であろうな。
They became serious about taking us out because we were so aggressive during that hunt. Perhaps this was the sponsor's ultimate objective all along. Why do you say that? They organized a game that made us hunt down every single school invader we saw, knowing all the time it would foster hatred among the invaders, eventually boiling over and exploding into an all-out war. We're still playing out the sponsor's script, even after they're gone.
Supreme Commander's claim about having the strongest army in history was no idle boast.
Huh?
What are you saying?
If she comes at you with the full force of that army, your chances of victory are 0.
Huh?
0? That's an exaggeration, right? We won't know for sure unless we try.
We know! You need to give my calculation skills more credit! That is why I have come to you. I have a proposal that can avert total annihilation.
Huh?
A proposal?
Oh.
You mean there's still a way out of this?
There is, and it's incredibly simple. We activate your escape pod before V arrives. You have cryptoglobin of a far greater power than V can ever dream of right here in the Academy. The Divine Infant.
I never heard him called by that name before, but I knew who she was talking about. His face immediately surfaced in my mind. You mean the baby in the defense room? No! Absolutely not. You can't ask me to kill a friend. Even if we haven't seen him in a while, he was still our friend. But what if he was destined to die in another week anyway? Killing him ourselves is out of the question.
You are perfectly justified to feel reluctant. It is not a path I would really willingly tread either. But hear me out, Takumi. As cruel as it might sound, might it not actually be your duty to kill the baby?
My duty? Why is that?
Why, you ask? It is obvious. Because you killed my mother, Ava. I do not hate you for what you did, since my mother chose her own fate. But now that you have stained your hands with her blood, you are obliged to keep going in the same vein to the very end. It is irrational that you could kill Ava, yet refuse to kill the baby.
My past sins continue to haunt me even now, driving me into corners and forcing me to make unpleasant decisions. But we're not going to kill the fire guy. Which, you know what? This path so far has been like murder, murder, murder. The bad choice is the good choice, so I was very surprised. No, I can't kill the baby. Killing him wouldn't lead to anyone's happiness. That was the hard lesson I learned during my last 100 days here. I didn't want to make that mistake again. I have to let Kamyu know my decision.
Who are you? Where did you come from? Did V send you?
It's okay, Kamyun. He's one of us. This is an avatar of the baby in the defense room. I placed myself between Kamyun and the ghost boy before speaking to him. I haven't seen you in a while. I thought you were too sick to manifest yourself. The last few days, I've been going around school every night to gather information and figure out the reason for my sudden recovery. Imagine my surprise when I saw you discussing my assassination with this girl last night. I've been following you since yesterday to see what decision you would end up making. That's creepy. Stop that. I was honestly just surprised by your decision. That you would let me live. You of all people. Of course. What sort of person did you think I was? A serial killer. What else? You killed Eito in cold blood before he even did anything on day 2. I didn't say anything at the time, but I held the deepest contempt for you after that. Now I'm starting to think I got it wrong, though. The moment I decided to rescue someone who'd been destined for a death, a new path had opened up to us. Let me see if I've got this straight. Basically, you want us to break down this door and get into the defense room, right?
So we can save the baby that's inside? Can we do that, though? Isn't the capsule he's in a life support system or something?
That is what we need to do. Get inside and ascertain. Anyway, help me break down this door. We stood in front of the door with our class weapons in hand. All right, guys. We'll attack this door all at once on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3! The baby's capsule was in the deepest part of the room.
Let me see, yes. If I modify the capsule to be self-sustaining, we need only take it to the escape pod with us once V is defeated. It will be a complicated operation, but I can count on everyone's full support, can't I?
I mean, also, you're completely violating what they want you to do, which is let the baby die and blow up the planet. So, that day, all of us joined in the effort to modify the capsule so that we could keep our promise to take the baby along with us. And I dealt the finishing blow to V, ending the war once and for all. And then came day 100. We all boarded the escape pod together.
もうすぐ新天地だね、妹ちゃん。着いたら何食べよっか。
おーい、赤子よ、聞こえておるか？もうすぐ人工天体じゃぞ。
赤子くん、人工天体に着いたらすぐにそこから出してあげるからね。何も心配いらないよ。お姉ちゃんが
Excuse me,
責任持ってあな
that's
たを
me
育
and
ててあげますから
Sabasa's child.
ね。
Thank you.
この赤子育てる気？こいつわらわの弟になんの？
楽しみだな、人工天体での新生活。友達とシェアハウスなんて初めてだよ。着いたらすぐに物件内覧の予約入れよ。
I feel like this is not gonna
今日入
happen.
れよ。
ああ、でもさすがに明日からにしておかないか。今日は体を休めたり。
そんなのんびり構えてどうするのさ。物件探しは時間との勝負だよ。隅の気合が足りてないんじゃない？
ああ、悪かったから
隅野くんは早速尻に敷かれているね。
That's true.
カカア殿下に疲れたらいつでも私の部屋に逃げ込んできていいんだよ。
匠忘れんなよ。ダルミだって一緒に住むんだからな。ダルミの目盗んで翼様とイチャつこうなんて考えんなよ。
I don't believe it. It's too
翼様と
happy.
最初にキスしたのはダルミだからな。
Yeah, and I blew you up for it.
よろしく。
アメミヤ、お前とはいずれ決着をつけなくてはいけないようだな。
As we bantered, the artificial satellite slowly drew closer. I'm curious. I'm so curious. We knew our life there wouldn't always be sunshine and rainbows, of course. As returning war veterans, we probably feel out of place in civilian society. Life may not play out exactly as we imagined. I wouldn't even put it past them to treat us as war criminals, the ones who let the Exodus project fail. And there would be plenty of sleepless nights as we remembered the terrible things we had done. We had seen and experienced too much death to ever live in complete peace. But together we could handle anything. No matter what the future ended up throwing at us, there was no trial we couldn't overcome together. I don't believe it. As long as we had each other and the light of hope, we could go anywhere and do anything. That was the lesson we had learned from the last 100 days of death and betrayal. We would never lose sight of that ray of hope we fought so hard to grasp. That was the promise I made to myself as we finally set foot on the artificial satellite. And ending 87, killing game route, hope from despair.
僕の心